And we are live with more of the survival horror stuff. We're continuing with the Clair A campaign. Hi everybody. Hope you're doing well today. I had one nice thing happen that made me very glad. Finally figured out the problem that's been causing my phone to not charge very well, which has been wonderful to see. Because for a while I've been dealing with this problem of my phone not charging very well, and I'm like, what is going on with this thing? Because I have to like wiggle around my charging cable in order for I need to fix this. I forgot to change that over. There we go. So, yeah, just had this deal of like, why is my phone not charging very well? Like, it charges fine when it actually gets to plug in, but whenever it's not plugged in, or when it takes like multiple attempts, and it feels like the charger's not getting plugged in all the way to my phone, and I'm like, what is going on? So, went to a cell phone repair place to see, like, oh god, is it because the thing's broken? Because maybe my charger just was at awkward angles or something? No, turns out there was just a fuck ton of lint in the charging port. So it got cleaned out, and now my phone charges just fine. And I'm like, yippee, I don't have to deal with this anymore. Well, at the very least, not until more lint plugs it up or something, but I'll take the measures to take care of it myself. But yeah, that was a time. Anyway, more Resident Evil 2. We're continuing with Claire's campaign, and last we left off, we were in the midst of, we had just fought the boss that popped out of Chief Ironshart, and we had gotten into the sewers. Sherry got separated from us, and then we played as Sherry briefly, and now we have, now we're basically set up in the sewers. So, remembering how quickly you can get through this, I feel like we could beat Clair A today. Or tonight, rather, if possible. So, yeah. But besides the phone stuff, I had a sequence of annoying events happen in the span of like a few minutes. So, today, I got called for a potential interview to set up, and it was for a place that was looking for somebody that had the same skill set as I did, so I was like, oh, great, this would be wonderful. So I call them back after I get home from work, and we talk around for a little bit about what the position entails, what I would be doing, the kind of facility it is, the hours, the pay, the type of stuff involved, and everything starts to sound good, and then we get to scheduling the appointment, and I'm like, okay, cool, we'll schedule it for this Friday at like 1 p.m. I'm like, okay, that's great. I'll just put in a half day for vacation time, and then I can do that and just have the rest of Friday to myself. I put in the time. I let my supervisors know that I have the time, that I would like the half day. Not 10 or so minutes later, I get called back and being told like, hey, we need to reschedule because of apparently nobody's gonna be around at that time to do the interview with you. And I'm like, oh. So I had to do this whole thing of like telling my supervisors had to oopsie. So yeah, that was fun. Like this week's just been kind of full of that. And on top of that, it's still hot as balls outside, like uncomfortably hot. But otherwise, I don't know. It's just been fairly normal. I know Deltarune's been out and people are hyped about that, which, you know, cool. But I, as I've said before, am not, like, as Undertale and Deltarune pilled. Like, I'm not even really Undertale or Deltarune pilled as much as others are. Like, they're, like, the sequence of events with that Chapter 5 release is going to be like people going crazy for it in the same way they have for Digital Circus Finale, which, you know, Digital Circus finale, I haven't seen it yet. Don't you have? No, you don't. Digital Circus finale, I didn't watch, or haven't watched yet, because I honestly haven't really kept up with Digital Circus much since the last episode that I watched on it, which, if I remember right, I think the last episode that I saw of Digital Circus was episode 3 or 4. It was the one where Pomni and Kinger are trapped in that dark room, or in like a haunted house, and you get his backstory and about his wife and how she had abstracted. That's literally the last thing. That's the only episode that I've left off on. I have not seen any other episodes from that point onward. It just hasn't come up as a thing for me to really consider watching right now. And honestly, like, with everything that happened with that series and the finale and all the fandom speculation and all the fandom just stuff. Oh, right, I need the fucking valve. With all of the fandom stuff that I hear about the finale and how the reception's gone over, oh boy, am I glad that I really don't go into fandoms much anymore. Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of times, a piece of media's own worst enemy can and has been its fan base. And when it comes to a matter of, like, something that is extremely popular and, you know, ends up causing a lot of theories to get crafted around, that ends up compounding the issue further. I mean, shit, like, the thing that caused me to not really be a fandom goer anymore was Ruby. And after all the stuff that I've seen regarding not even just Digital Circus, but even Knights of Guinevere, I think even The Last of Us had some stuff happen with that, but that's The Last of Us. That shit's always going to have something revolving around it. I just have a lot of instances in my time on the internet where I've seen fandoms just be vitriolic in every sense of the word, and it doesn't really, like, it doesn't really help to ever introduce that kind of thing. Like, I just observe the cool fan art and I repost it on Blue Sky, and that's basically it. Like, I do not in any capacity really participate in fandom stuff for theories and, like, broader projects, because you just get all sorts. You just get to encounter people that, frankly, end up being the worst parts to the entire piece of media in general. It's kind of like that meme that circulated around a little bit, where it was like one cake that's kind of like not as good looking as the other, and it's like the saying that nobody hates video games more than gamers. It's like, sometimes nobody hates a piece of media more than its own fan base. Oh, hello.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Wounds, plural. There's like 5 of them in my right side.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there. Shoot it! Eat this, you freak! The guns aren't stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry!
Pop rocks.
What is this thing? Fire! Fire! You son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
what are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo, but
Ugh, yeah.
Sherry
This is the gross bit.
that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
It's Sherry. You go that way.
Alright. So we continue this way. It's so weird that, like, the valve handle is not just used in the police station, but also here, of all places. Like, it's so odd. I don't remember, like, I remember there being a sewer system in the remake, and, you know, valves are needed for that, but I don't remember if it's an instance of, like, you use it and it's gone, versus you use this one here and it stays. Because, you know, this is one of the items in your inventory that just doesn't get discarded after you're done with it. Also, yay, more incendiary rounds. Wait a second, before I do anything else. I remember now. But yeah, so besides that really odd appointment timing, things are fine. I've just been milling about, trying to stay cool. It's been, as I said, it's been warm. Not as warm as other places, I realize. Like, I seen that France, apparently, in particular, like, parts of Europe are dealing with some genuinely, like, meltingly bad heat. But, I mean, there's the reason why I fucking hate summer so much. It's just too damn hot. Every day.
Sherry!
Oh, she gets the alligator here. Huh. So the alligator's not Leon exclusive. Because I think the alligator's exclusively Leon in the remake, right? There we go. Yeah, I don't count that as a boss fight at all. It was literally run down a hallway and do a cool set piece. Release the lock. Actually, that's a question I can pose, that I'd like to pose to you all. So, set-piece boss fights tend to have their moments of being genuinely really cool, but oftentimes also invasive.
Come on, wake up, Sherry.
Ugh.
My stomach. It hurts. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Come on. Let's go.
But then I find instances where it's like, it feels like it kind of takes the place of gameplay at points, and I'm like, for instance, the one that sticks out to my mind is Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, which I liked ideas in that game a lot, but there were just some instances of them wanting to be like, oh, let's have this cool set-piece moment in the game, but it felt like a bit invasive to the gameplay experience. Like, I think of the crab boss in the lighthouse in that game, which, cool moment of going like, oh, let's have Shinoa drop the elevator on this crab to finish off the fight. I don't know, maybe it's because I was stupid and didn't know that, forgot completely about that elevator sequence, but I don't know, like, I'd just preferred the boss to die normally. And then for that alligator instance, like, that genuinely isn't really a boss fight. That's just more like a set piece that you run from briefly. Because truthfully, there aren't really that many boss fights in this game. There's like, what? William Birkin, the embryo thing that he births, and honestly, that's kind of it. And Mr. X, I guess. But that's basically it. Like a few Birkin bosses, Mr. X, and then the embryo thing. Now, and even the Birkin encounters aren't even that frequent. So, yeah, I mean, it's not to say every survival horror game needs to have like a Devil May Cry style level of interesting bosses that are all varied and different. Hell, not even Resident Evil 4 really had a whole lot of boss variety. It had the weird creature. Let's see, for the original, it had that really weird creature that looked like a mix of a centipede and a scorpion. It had the giants, which got reused and even had a double up. It had, God, what else did it have? The sound, like, I'm trying to think of bosses that are truly unique in Resident Evil 4 that didn't get reused at a later point. There was that xenomorph-looking guy that was in the underground, but I'm not sure if that counts as a boss fight. I don't know. Like, point is, like, it feels, something I didn't realize in this game is that the bosses would be so minimal and that most of the game is just exploration and puzzle solving, because, you know, being off the cuff of Resident Evil 4, which had more boss fights in general, I was just like, oh wow, this is what classic RE was, huh? Actually, no, because didn't 1 have more bosses? I don't remember. I think 1 had more bosses. You know, part of me kind of wonders about doing a tank control playthrough of remake Resident Evil 1. Because I've gotten used to tank controls and how they are in this game. So, who knows? Maybe that could be a, maybe that could be something to try out at some point. Maybe on my own, because I've already played Remake on stream. Up the ladder. And yeah, I think between the two campaigns, the reason why Leon's ekes out more... I can never figure out what the deal with this is. You're kidding. That's how you turn it off? Oh my god. Fan regulator. You can stop the rotator of the fan brief. Well, that's brief is the thing. That's so dumb. Okay, I thought it was like a switch or something. Alright. I don't even know what's in there. Anyway, Leon's campaign I definitely prefer more in the sense that the character that you escort around doesn't... Ada, at the very least, keeps up with him. Sherry can't, and then she just drops down when she's separated, and you gotta be like, uh-oh, I need to keep Sherry on me. Like, it's not as bad as I'm making it sound, but it definitely is not, it definitely isn't, as good as the Ada sequences. Like, even, like, definitely would still prefer Ashley over Sherry in this instance. Oh my god, Sherry. Like, even Ashley in Resident Evil 4 Classic and Remake was fine enough as an escort mission. Like, it's funny, because for the longest time, if you were, like, a part of the YouTube top 10 community of, like, Screw Attack, along with a lot of the other oldies of the day, back in, like, 2011 or so, maybe 2010, I'd hear constantly about how bad Ashley in RE4 was, but when I played it myself, I didn't really have that many issues with her. Like, I genuinely didn't. So, yeah, I don't really know what the major thing is. Like, is she's just someone you have to keep track of to, you know, make sure she stays alive. And in a game that gets you really loaded up with ammo like Resident Evil 4, that isn't really that much of a problem. Just make sure you don't accidentally hit her, and make sure that you know, properly make use of your resources and roundhouse kick to your heart's content. Crowd control it, like bring up bottleneck enemies and roundhouse kick them. Like, and then Ashley's just fine. And I do also know about the suit of armor upgrade that you can get where enemies can't lift her. Alright, so we're gonna go put this medallion in. So yeah, that's my stance on Ashley, is that in both original and remake, she's not as bad as how people make her out to be. I would say that her character in remake is a better upgrade. But if you were to ask me, like, oh, would I say that she's bad? No. Because honestly, like, I've encountered some sequences in games that genuinely pissed me off so much. Like, all of the trailing missions you could do in Assassin's Creed 4, those you would not pay me to ever do again. And I know there's a remake for Assassin's Creed 4 coming out, but I don't want to give Ubisoft money. Especially after they had decided to cancel that Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. Like, that in particular felt like a big sting in the chest, because, like, I've heard a lot of legendary things about Prince of Persia Sands of Time, and once upon a time, I actually attempted to stream that. I did the PC version, and it was a scuffed technical nightmare. I could not, for the fucking life of me, figure out what was wrong with the game and my version of it. So, to talk about what happened. With my way of playing Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, I just had an Xbox 360 controller that I've been using for years, and I had the game booted up on Steam and ready to stream and play it. But I was experiencing some severe audio delays and also some really bad graphical issues where there would be just this weird shading fog all over the place. And it was so bizarre. Like, I for the life of me could not fathom what was going on with my game, and it never could be fixed. And apparently, I looked it up, and apparently that PC version of the game can be very scuffed and really shit. So, yeah, I just have it sitting in my Steam library now, and now that's also the only way that I at least know immediately to play that game, because the remake's canceled, so oh fucking well. Alright. Ad break is about to start in a minute by. Oh, I forgot there's another guy there. Clearing these out because I want to get some parts for guns this way. I've got ammo to spare. I'm good. Oh, right, she gets the spark shot, which I really don't care to use. Because, like, I don't know, maybe I'll give it one try. Couldn't hurt. Because, as I said, if I remember right, I think this thing was like you shoot enemies with it, and then it charges electricity, and then it just pops them. I don't know. Well, we'll figure out after the ad break, so 3 minutes with an hour of no pre-rolls. So hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we will be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. All right. Let's test out this weapon, because I didn't use this when I went through Clair B, so let's try it. Oh, it's not a charging weapon like in the remakes. It's just a straight up shot. Well, I'm not really noticing any difference, so... Okay, it does do damage. That's something to keep in mind. I'm not falling for that. Oh, right, I can't fit anymore. Fuck. Alright. Okay, the benefit of having Sherry with me is that the zombies' attack animations change to a vomit when they're next to her, so that's essentially a free pass to just run past them. That's the one benefit. The drawback is that you can easily leave her behind. Okay. Jesus, I'm getting a lot of grenade rounds. Alright, I'm gonna put this thing back. And then... Ooh. I do kind of wish that the first aid spray's stacked, but I'm guessing that'd be a bit broken. 18 incendiary, and then 12 regular grenades. We are ammoed the fuck up. Alright, we're gonna put back this first aid spray. And I think that'll do it. I also would like to go get those green herbs I saw back there, so let's go do that.
Sup? I'm just kind of in the corner. The rave music was overstimulating me a little bit.
There's only so much Darude Sandstorm you can take before you get kind of tired of it. I might put the bolt gun back, actually, because we've got so many grenade rounds. So I'm not too worried about... Come on. So I probably shouldn't really be worried about losing all those and having to change to bolt gun. And yeah, I have a feeling that maybe today's stream might be a bit shorter, because typically the lab sequence has not really been that long when I've been going through this game. Also, hold on. I want to get that weapons locker key for the underground facility, so let's go do that real quick. Like, the lab does not take you that long to get through at all, so... Yeah, like, that's kind of been an interesting thing I've noticed with this game, is that I've been blazing through some of this sequences really quickly. And that kind of gets me also thinking, like, since games have been getting more and more expensive, how often does one ever feel like getting a new game, like a modern AAA game, feel like it's actually worth the money anymore? Like, the last time I paid full price of $70 for a newly released video game was Metaphor ReFantasio, like, last year. And I don't regret that. I still enjoyed my time with that game, but honestly, I don't think it needed to be $70. And that seems to be the consensus for a lot of people, is just $70 has become too much of the asking price now. And I mean, shit, that's going to be even worse now, because GTA 6 is going to be coming up with, like, they're going to be rolling up for, like, $80 to $100 base price, because they need people to buy up the game a whole bunch to make break even with the $1.5 to $2 billion that they spent making this thing. And honestly, I don't think that's going to happen, and that's going to cause a really bad crash out. Probably something that can be felt across the games industry, period. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, that's going to be an interesting time when that game is out. And honestly, that game kind of annoys me, because a whole lot of games ended up coming out around, like, October or September because they don't want to compete with it. But then I just think, like, oh, how funny would it be if a game that was also coming out in November was able to surpass GTA 6 in sales by virtue of GTA 6 having this price increase? Like, just something to think on. All right. Oh, big yawn. Oh, interesting. So because we don't have Mr. X in this playthrough, I just turn this on and then go in, instead of having to go down a ladder. But yeah, like, nowadays I've been finding more enjoyment in either playing older games or indies, because most of the time they do end up giving you more bang for your buck. And with the summer Steam sale now happening, that's going to be especially so. As for the summer Steam sale, I'm not going to immediately get anything right now, because as it stands, I just paid my rent, and I just don't think I have the affordability on it. I would need to check what games I even have wishlisted that are on sale right now. I know there's a lot, and I know there's some that I saw on Blue Sky that are ones I either already have or am already going to plan on getting at some point anyway. But I don't know, my usual 50 games per sale budget feels like maybe it could hold off on just this one season. Just a thought. Also, I'm gonna go put that weapons locker key away. Because I forget exactly when I find that weapons locker anyway. Take these and put them away. Like, it's not to say that there aren't going to be games that come out from AAA development that I'm not interested in. Far from it. Like, there are going to be games like that at the end of the day. It's just, nowadays, with everything being more expensive, like, I and everybody else has to be more budget conscious on what we're willing to spend so much money on playing. I mean, especially with our time commitments, too, because as adults, we also lack the ability to spend a bunch of time playing video games, or, you know, other cases, streaming and playing video games. Oh god, streaming and playing video games and balancing our real-world lives with that. Like, you know, because as I said, I've got a full-time job, and that, along with the obligations that I've got about cooking for myself, cleaning my apartment, and making sure that all of my other bills are paid, like electricity, it's monetary and time. Like, I don't have the money to go ahead and drop on games, and I don't have the time, really, to do a whole lot of it, because full-time job, and then I'll either have, like, appointments. God damn it! I'll either have appointments or other obligations to do. Like, I'm looking to my left, and I have my grocery list right here, because, you know, gotta make a run.
Claire, my stomach hurts. Hang in there, Sherry. Your forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
Yes, time limit for door thing, but we have a boss fight to do. Sorry, I dropped my cosplay prop. Can you get it for me? I can't bend over in this thing very well. My friend went to the bathroom and I can't bend over well in this cosplay. Can you pick that up for me? There we go. That freed up some inventory space. Go ahead and equip that back on. We need to heal ourselves once we get back to a save room.
Sherry.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Resident Evil fans, but isn't Sherry a protagonist in Resident Evil 6, or is she like a companion character? Because I know she's in 6.
Claire? Oh, you're finally awake. Isn't this... That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. I grew up alone, but now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry.
Thanks for
Rest here
info
for a
dumping your
bit.
D&D
I'll be
backstory
right
on me.
back, as soon as I found the antidote for you.
Alright. Except, right now, I've got multiple gash wounds. And probably a collapsed lung. Alright, we're in, like, the orange caution, so... grab these acid rounds. Jesus Christ, I have so many incendiary rounds now. Any other things in here? No. Okay. Well, first things first, I think a good idea would be to save, actually. Another good idea would be... there. And then equip. Let's have the first aid spray on us. I think that'll be a good idea. Okay, with that done. We don't have the map for here. No effect, used for a long time. Okay. Right, because I think that was the room where we dropped Mr. X in the lava. Good old Terminator 2 style. Okay, and I think this was the sequence where we could start the degradation on the plant enemies, I think. But then they'll revive and be stronger in Leon B. So what I think I'm gonna do is leave these for now with Clair A, because I've got flaming rounds, and those plant enemies will not hold up against that. And then for Leon B, I'll turn that on since he doesn't really have anything incendiary. Also, okay, check real quick what was in those lockers, if there's anything. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Another reason why I despise summer so much, it makes me, like I've said it before, it makes me so groggy. It makes me so groggy after work. I just yawn a bunch and I'm tired. I thought I could evade you. All right, cool. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. I'm not accepting that. No. That can piss right off. Yeah, I was not accepting that death. Getting knocked into another enemy like that, like ping-ponging. Alright. It's more bolt rounds, so we'll just put this back. Ooh. And yeah, I still haven't developed that film because, frankly, like, it's just lore that we already read about when we did Leon A, so it doesn't, it's not going to add anything to this playthrough if I just look at the same pictures over and over. Alright. So next we go this way. And this makes me wonder, in the event that there ever is a facility that is this frozen over because of, like, the way that the conditions of chemicals or the machinery has to be, or if you're like in Arctic conditions, like with Antarctica-based research, would some machinery even still be functional within these kind of deep freeze conditions? Because I remember I watched an anime, like a long, and I know that's like a very, not a good prefacing statement, like, I watched an anime and I wonder about this scientific thing. But I saw a show called A Place Further Than the Universe, which was about 4 girls who, during their, I think one of their vacations or something, decide to join up on an expedition to Antarctica, which, you know, how the fuck do they get that kind of permission? It's like, well, there's just a lot of loopholes to, well, not loopholes, there's a lot of permissions that they get to do that. And one of the reasons why they go, spoiler alert, is because one of the girls her mom went to one of these expeditions and got lost out in the Arctic during a bad storm. And if you know anything about Antarctica, is that unfortunately those snowstorms are not survivable, like any of those winter storms in general, because the temperatures just get too low to survive in. So, and I remember a particular sequence where one of the main girls, she goes to one of the old research bases with the person that was on that same base with her mom, and they end up finding her mom's old laptop, and when she plugs it in and lets it charge for a while, she turns it on and then starts to see all her old emails, just kind of like as a confirmation. But now that's got me wondering, if a laptop or a phone or something like that was left in Arctic conditions for that long, for however long, would it still function after a while, or would it just not work? Because, you know, obviously if a piece of equipment if a piece of computer equipment was under extreme heat for too long, then no, it wouldn't survive. Because, you know, overheating computers already is a problem and they shut down automatically, so what about extreme cold? Not every hardware bit is like that one Game Boy that got melted to near puddle form but still functions. I don't even remember how long ago that story was. It was the story where a Game Boy, like original Nintendo Game Boy, had been, oh Jesus. An original Nintendo Game Boy somehow had gotten really severe fire damage, and with that fire damage, the shell and I think some of the other components of it melted really badly. And, oh my god, will you hit? There we go. So it melted. And, oh my god, there's... hate these things. So it melted. And it still functioned. So now I'm wondering, like, are there instances of other hardware bits working in extreme weather conditions that would be interesting to study for, like, what other severities of extreme weather can some things function well enough? Because I think another story that came up was one where a pair of mountaineerers, I think is the term, were climbing up a mountain. I don't know if it was Everest, it might have been something else, but they were climbing this mountain, and apparently they had brought 2 Nintendo DSs with them to just entertain themselves while they're waiting out storms, or like just before they go to bed. And that kind of got me thinking, like, so those DSs functioned in high altitudes like that, where weather's weird. A Nintendo Game Boy could get nearly completely melted and still function. I thought I killed that guy. Hold on. Miss. What the fuck? I thought I killed both these guys. Alright, you know what? Maybe I should just fucking not bother burning all my grenade ammo. Alright, let's put these herbs away. And then we can get onto, I'll probably bring the bolt gun. May as well. Let's go with that. Yeah, I guess, because, like, I imagine, like, there are things of stress testing all sorts of things, like technology to non-technology-based products. I mean, there's a reason why you end up stress testing cars by having them see, like, how severely they can survive being crashed into. But what, like, when developing a product, how stress test can things get? Like, because I doubt Nintendo did things like took a hammer to or took a Nintendo Switch 2, took a Nintendo Switch 2 to a furnace or something, or a kiln, and was like, all right, let him have it. Although that would be a funny image to put in mind, like just like throw a Nintendo Switch in a clay kiln and just fire it up and see how long it goes before it completely destroys itself. Although they probably wouldn't do that anymore, considering how fucking expensive all the consoles are gonna get now. Because, on top of the Steam machine, apparently new Xbox Xbox is gonna raise the prices on their consoles, which, you know, I don't ever want to get an Xbox because Microsoft can absolutely eat every single square inch of my ass. But this in particular is an instance of like, oh, the games industry truly is going to collapse in on itself with all of the costs of shit because Gen AI will just keep buying up computer components. Like, we all know what's to blame here. Like, do not mistake me. We all know. We all know what's to blame here. Generative AI and data centers are buying up computer components that could be used in the development process for consoles to make them more available, as well as more available to PC gamers so that they can build their machines. But now that they're getting bought up in bulk by these AI tech bro shitheads, like, look at us now. We can't afford anything. We can't afford to get these consoles anymore. Which, you know, in retrospect does make me glad that I got my Switch 2 when I did, but it shouldn't be this, it shouldn't have to have gotten to this point. It really shouldn't have. But nope, too much of the AI buzzword is attractive to shareholders. Sucks absolute shit. Sucks dingleberries. Alright. Tally that up to the AI rant that I do. Tally that up to the good old generative AI rants that I go on. You know what? I should heal. When I get into danger, I'll heal. Alright, I want to kill this moth enemy. Never mind, I need a card key. Oh. That contributes to a full heal, so let's go put this back, actually. All right. Was it in here that we got the key card? I don't remember. All right. Ah. Actually, getting more of those would be nice. Right, let's put these back real quick. Hey Combo, how's it going? We're just going through the Clair A campaign, and I'm just talking about how shit the price of computer components are. How are you doing? We're getting close to the end of Clair A campaign. Kind of fast tracking through this because I'm not reading anything. Came out since the heat's died off, and there's a couple of bats out here tonight. Nice. Did you have your Batman moment? Oh, speaking of Batman, did you hear about the new Cape Crusader season that's gonna be coming up in July? No, that's new. Yeah, yeah. So, second season of Batman Cape Crusader. I mentioned it last stream, but second season of that's coming out in July, like July 31st. And, you know, I had a couple of things about it that were, like, fine. But overall, I still really enjoyed my time watching that. So, second season of that, I will 1000% take with a please and thank you. Because, like, I've mentioned it before, but I really like the way that they had done some of Batman's rogues gallery, and in particular Harley Quinn. Because I don't know about y'all, but I really don't care for the modern way that Harley Quinn is written by a lot of media when it comes to DC. Oh, hello.
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't...
What? William...
Time.
You're alive.
Time for me to enact my monster fucker license. But yeah, Cape Crusader. I like that because it just did some ideas with the Rogues Gallery that I think are very cool, and Harley Quinn being a standout alongside, let's see, what else was there? The Penguin... It really makes me sad, because, like, some of these character interpretations they did were so cool, and they only show up for one episode, which makes me very sad. Like, Clayface in particular was really interesting how they did him. And I'm like, man, I want more of these different interpretations, but I guess maybe just due to the way the show's written, they just say it'd be better off that they would be one-off villains per episode, but like the way they did it just makes me like how they did it, and I really wanted to see more of that. Because like Clayface's whole deal is that he was a very well-known actor that had a very good face, but his face just got deformed over time, and he kind of was more like a Phantom of the Opera-esque figure, as opposed to like a giant monster that could shapeshift, and I thought that was such a cool idea. And they made the penguin a lady, and she was really awesome. Made Penguin a cool cabaret owner lady. Harley Quinn, I'm not going to spoil what they did with her. Because just such a great interpretation of the character. Clayface was like this actor that was really self-conscious about his appearance and just wanted to be able to change himself, but wasn't really a like big hulking monster guy. The Harvey Dent sequence was cool.
William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
If you could fill out this Walgreens survey at the bottom, you could win $3,000 in a sweepstakes. Just be honest in your reviews and tell your family about when you may want to use Walgreens next. And how likely you are to recommend Walgreens to a friend or family member. Instructions for a synthesis of the G-virus antigen, G-vaccine, codename Devil. Any beings infected by the G-virus will reproduce through the impregnation of an embryo within another living being. Unless rejected by the host, the embryo will undertake a process of gradual cellular invasion, infecting the host cells on a molecular level as it rewrites their DNA. Once the metamorphosis is complete, the host will be capable of continuing this cycle of self-replication. The duration of time for the process to run its course will vary from subject to subject. In the early stages of cellular invasion, it is possible to halt progression of the metamorphosis through the administration of the G-vaccine agent, or antigen. The following procedure details its synthesis. The vaccine creation requires the base vaccine. This can be arranged by the activator VAM. First, set the empty cartridge to the VAM and activate it. After several moments, the process will be completed and the white-colored base vaccine will be set in the cartridge automatically. Then confirm the green light is on, remove the cartridge, and proceed to the next step. Once the base vaccine has been prepared, set it in the vaccine synthesis machine located in the P4 level experiment room. The machine is fully automated and only requires the user to push the sequence start switch. At this point, the program will run automatically and synthesis will be complete within approximately 10 seconds. As synthesis of Devil is an extremely delicate process, the quality will vary with slight shocks or changes in temperature. Careful handling is required for the proper results.
Save my daughter.
This is not something I did in Clair B.
Tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Tell her I'm sorry I never got her a Tamagotchi.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
So wait, do I have to solve this puzzle in the time limit?
Leon, you made it.
Is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, You must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Okay, so we are making this. Well, thankfully there's no time limit. It's just going to have this announcement in the background. Guessing the stream's not listed as 18 plus. What? It is listed as 18 plus. Also, hi Sprays, how you doing? I mean, it should be listed as 18 plus. Hold on. Been able to view your last 4 streams. You know what it Sprays? Is it because of the government ID and or like content restrictions for your country? Because I know you're in the UK. You've mentioned that you're in the UK, so maybe it's related to that. Because Combo, as far as I know, he hasn't experienced issues seeing my streams. Because both of us are American. And I know Australia has also been dealing with that problem too. Right, yeah. Like, that might just be what you're dealing with, Sprays. It might just be, like, because of how my content stuff works with Twitch, it may be, like, you're just not able to see it or have full access due to restrictions due to your country. Yeah, it keeps asking me to verify my age, pain in the arse. Yep. That might be the problem. I don't know of any permanent solutions you could do to do that. But yeah, to sum up what we're doing, I am currently in the Clair A campaign because we finished Clair B really damn quickly. And now I'm doing Clair A and we're going to go into Leon B the next time that I stream this. Unless I finish this much faster, then maybe we can start Leon B. Oh, hello. Kick his head off. Do it, do it, do it. There we go. Was that just more regular grenades rounds? Yes. Push the switch. Oh, Clair B is a treat, my favorite scenario. I had fun with it. The only problem I had with it was that the Mr. X fight at the end of it was a real pain in the ass. Like, genuinely really unfun because of the lunges that he does. Like the Devil May Cry stinger that he did. How you finding it? So far so good. We're just, since we're in Clair A, we'll be going into Leon B later. And I'm just kind of making my time with it as I can. How many damn guys are in here? There we go. There we go. Cartridge. Ammo disc, which I'm guessing goes into one of these things here. Also, I see another reason why you don't really care about the whole Sherry sequences because I am in agreement that Sherry's kind of annoying in the sense that, boy, do I wish that she didn't just squat down and, you know, be left behind by Claire whenever you run too far from her. Where the fuck do I take this? When you've done Mr. X as much as me, it's very boring. Same attack every time. For cargo room verification. Can I take this back? Sherry nearly cost me a world record. Oh no. Yeah, my problem is just, again, you stray too far from her, she squats down. And there's no, like, places you can kind of put her for her to do her business, or to just let her be, like how you could with Ashley in RE4. Like, that's something I was actually talking about earlier, was how, you know, while Ashley had her moments of being like, she wasn't as bad as people would make her out to be in those old top 10 videos. You know, like your screw attack videos back in the day. Because, you know, everybody says, like, oh, she's so annoying because, like, she yells Leon a bunch. And I'm like, one, she doesn't do it that often. Only if you really leave her behind and don't really pay attention to where she is. And two, if you do your proper job and crowd control the enemies a whole lot and just roundhouse kick everybody, you don't really have to worry about her that much. Like, you really don't. 2 more staff need to press enter. Commencing with fingerprint verification, we proceed. Someone else to help. Oh, it must be Leon then. If she moves wrong, she can get stuck and you have to walk up to her. Oh, yeah, that's... I encountered that earlier when we were going through the tram. That tram sequence where you fight William Birkin as the thing is going down. I encountered that, where she just got stuck on it. Thankfully, it wasn't, like... Ashley wasn't bad, never really disliked her. Yeah, and honestly, she got a nice glow-up in the remake. And again, she wasn't as bad. Like, you gotta be careful with her in crowds, sure, but if you keep her behind you while the crowds are in front of you and properly crowd control it, she's really not that bad. I just, again, think that's kind of a conflation of, I think that's just a general conflation of the top 10 eras of the 2000s, of, like, the 2010s. And I think just generally maybe people were wanting just more Leon and not to have to do escort mission stuff. But also, truth be told, the Ashley sequences weren't as frequent, I believe. Like, there was a good balance between having to escort Ashley and then just getting to play around as Leon. No, I don't want to... Where the fuck do I take this thing? Where again? For cargo room verification. Where's the... Hold on. No, wrong buttons. Come on, Will. Laboratory B4. Researcher's corpse. It looks like he poured oil all over the place. I have an idea. Hold on. Because this self-destruct sequence is going to last a billion years, I have an idea. If that's oil all over the floor, what if... But yeah, in terms of Resident Evil stuff, there are going to be some of the games where I unfortunately just will not play because they do require a co-op addition to things, and I'm not really a co-op game player. Like, you're not really going to catch me playing Resident Evil 5 or 6. I'll play Village at some point, but yeah, like 5 and 6 are just not within my radar at all because of the nature of those games. Security manuals. All right. I have an idea of what we can do with this lighter. I will say, something that I do like about playing the classic Resident Evils versus the remakes is the classics are not afraid to let music do stuff. Like, as I said before, unless you were in boss arenas, you don't really encounter music a whole lot in Resident Evil 2 Remake. I did both 5 and 6 solo and into drag. Yeah, I just think it'd be better that I don't do that, honestly. Like, because truthfully, 6 just sounds like a complete clusterfuck, and 5 just sounds like a fun time with somebody else that may want to play the game with you. Aha! Now I think we can probably go see what's in that room now. But first, I'm gonna put this lighter back so we actually have the space. Oh wait, the ammo disc I think is for that sequence area, like next to... Yeah, okay, I think I know where I'm supposed to use that ammo disc. But, for now, you know what? It's gonna bug the shit out of me till I do it. There we go. We're near the end anyway, not the biggest deal in the world. I don't have to keep mind goblin mentality when doing this. You worked out to use the lighter there in seconds. It took me 15 years. Hey, if it makes you feel better, it took me until now to realize that I could do that. I thought that the way to get rid of those things was to use the pesticide spray on, or the spray that you activate through the computer. No, apparently not, because I just went up to the corner, and the reason why I didn't go up to the corner before was because I was scared of getting hit by the vines and them damaging me. But no, apparently you just go up to it and it's like, oh, doctor drops oil. Oil next to plant monster. Plant monster don't like fire to start with. Oh, that's an easy go. Also, I don't know why the ad break isn't popping up for me, but it's starting soon. Heads up. Locked from the inside, huh? Why still locked from the inside? Hello? What'd that even do then? Oh. Go through it that way. Oh shit! Alright. What is in here? Oh! I'll take those. Hell yeah. Alright, well the ads are starting now, so 3 minutes, then an hour of no pre-rolls after, so hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Again, I find it weird that for some reason it didn't have the ad countdown timer for me. That was really, really strange. I think Twitch's back end is having a go at me because it didn't even have me see the dismiss the ads. So strange. All right. Is that really all there was in here? Just those grenade rounds? Okay, ink ribbons, cool, but all right, I guess not. I thought I was gonna create a vaccine, but I guess I... Huh? Hold on. What was the fucking vial? No. No. I didn't get any ads? That's weird. Did you get that thing of Twitch advertising Twitch Turbo? First set the empty cartridge to the VAM and activate it. After several moments, the process will complete and a white-colored base vaccine will be set in the cartridge automatically, then confirm the green light. It is on, remove the cartridge and proceed to the next step. Once the base vaccine has been prepared, set in the vaccine in the synthesis machine located in a P4 level experiment room. Okay, so maybe I just needed to wait a while. Yeah, it's bizarre that you didn't get any ads. I mean, sometimes when it comes to me watching streams, I'll get like the Twitch Turbo thing, but again, small indie company Twitch with their totally working website doesn't always have problems. Roll my fucking eyes. Like, genuinely, so much stupid shit happens on that with the back-end stuff on this site. No, just your BRB screen? Really? Strange. That is weird, because you're not subscribed, and as far as I know, you're not a Twitch Turbo user. You'd have something next to your username. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save. That is weird. Again, maybe it's because of your region. I genuinely have no idea. All right. All right. So with that done, let's go do... I guess we'll go check on that vaccine. Imagine this is the one, like, not just the song, I mean, like, including the self-destruct announcement, that this is what you could have on your work party playlist. Like, this is your office party playlist that constantly plays, being like, please, all employees repeat to the proper platform. Just having that on loop. Did I do something wrong? Because I just put the cartridge here and now nothing's happening. Where the ads 18 plus and are not allowed to... No, like... Well, no, Twitch... Well... Oh, this I was supposed to activate. Sorry, it kind of looked a bit innocuous. No, there aren't really any 18 plus ads on Twitch. The only... Quite literally, the only instance of 18 plus ads... Okay, so this thing does not need shock, and it doesn't want to be in extreme heat. Right? Hold on, let me check. Green light, fully on requires the user to... So P4 level. Handling is required for the purpose of results. Shocks or changes in temperature. P4 level in experiment room. Where was P4 level again? Wrong buttons. Come on, Will. The only things that I could think of that would count towards being an 18 plus ad is like a lot, like a... I don't know if they still do this, but there was this weird ad that I would be getting about lotions to help with erectile dysfunction. And I do not understand why that was the ad that they chose to run for gamers. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were trying to imply or infer. Okay, that's the frozen room. They don't want that. I do not understand what they were trying to infer with that. That was such a weird campaign that was run. Yeah, I had those Hero Forge ones, and that had me get ad blocker. Yeah. There was Hero Forge. There was the boner lotion. What else was there? There were some fucking bizarre ones. There was... I don't know, I'm trying to think of other ones. Like, most of the time right now, I'm just getting, like, either State Farm or, like, Taco Bell ads. I don't know what ads may be different region by region, but there definitely are interesting ones that you get in America. And then there's also the ones that make me roll my eyes and gag a little bit, like all the Google AI ones, which is fucking gross and dumb and awful, and I hate it. I don't think getting boners on my to-do list while gaming would definitely be a cam-off moment. Yeah. I think you'd, like... I think maybe that's not quite the thing that you should really advertise. Like, that's the Shinzo Abe kind of... Oh. Okay, so this is the right place to go. That would explain things. Alright. Oh my god, how did I evade that guy? I was just walking. I have no idea if I can run during this sequence. I get a bit of dubby ads and owned ads. Both sides I already use. Dubby and owned? I have never heard of either of those things. See, in the US, we tend to get a lot of Marines ads, Taco Bell. It's currently Prime Day right now with Amazon Prime, so I've been getting a bunch of ads for that on YouTube. Liberty Mutual's another one. And that's like a car insurance thing. Kind of in between, I should get JJAB All-Stars Battle Royale on sale. Wait for Eyes or Heaven to come around. Yeah. And there's like some game ads that'll happen where I'm just like, that's neat, but not what I really want to play. I just fucking know, though, the second that GTA 6 is going to be within a month of its release date, you're going to be getting ads out the ass for that game. Because they really want to make back that $2 billion they spent on development. And, like... God, just... No. Like, I'm not, like... I played GTA 5 on PS3 years ago, and I had my fun with that, but... Since Red Dead Redemption 2, I kind of have been not too interested deeply into Rockstar's games. And from what I hear regarding the union busting that happens with Rockstar, as well as the general crunch that Rockstar put their employees through for Grand Theft Auto, I don't want to indulge that. Okay. W is an energy drink and owned is for Twitch overlays. Oh. I just want to obliterate. What kind of experiments have been performed here? Okay. Sprays, help me out. Where am I supposed to go with this vaccine? Because I can't... Am I in the completely wrong area? I think I am. Because I can't think of anywhere else I'm supposed to go with this thing. Besides maybe back to that machine I was on with it, but... This room? Okay, so it is this room. In that case, what the fuck am I missing? Top left corner? Okay. There. I just don't want to deal with them right now. Okay, top left corner. Problem is with the pre-rendered backgrounds, it's getting hard for me to tell this stuff. Not here. Oh wait, is it here? Oh, it is here. I'm stupid. There we go. Push the switch. All right, now I can run again. Wonderful. Now I can get the hell out of here. First thing I want to do is I'm going to grab this thing because I have a feeling. Nope. Nope. I'm going to grab this and just kind of top myself off a little bit. There. Okay. So with that done, and yeah, I think maybe after I beat the Clair campaign, I don't know how much longer I've really got with it, but I kind of feel a headache coming on for me, so I may stop at around the 2-hour mark, honestly, because like combined with the heat as well as just the general frustration that I dealt with like at the tail end of the day, I've got kind of a headache. Okay, boss fight time.
5 minutes until detonation.
So what do I do with this vaccine? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, like 80 degrees. Yeah, it's like, that doesn't sound so bad, but the problem is the air has been so miserably still, and it's been horrible outside, and I hate it. I really wish it wasn't this bad. But again, Europe's likely dealing with a lot worse right now. Health is around 150, 175. This dude can do 120 single attacks, so be careful. Okay. try something. Hold on. He's turned to dog now. The dog from Lethal Company. Ow. Oh god. Please don't kill me. Test book, first phase. Ow, bitch. How much damage does this motherfucker take? Ow. Okay. Alright, I'm dead. Oh shit, wait, I have to go back and do a bunch of stuff, don't I?
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. But at least I know what I'm doing now. So I'm also not going to be burning as much ammo. So, let's put this back. You don't want to know his health pool. Is it the kind of health pool where I do a certain amount of damage and then a rocket launcher gets thrown to me? Because I know that's at least how it works for Mr. X. Alright, we're gonna go... Let's see. This is prior to us getting the cartridge, so we gotta go back to... And I'm just gonna skip going into that vine room. I don't really give a shit about the vine room right now. I think it was here, actually. Wait, no. Did I put it back in the... God damn it. Because I know Mr. X boss fight in Leon's campaign in the remake had like 1 million health or something, and the rocket launcher just takes out the remainder of that million when you do enough damage to him. Okay, no, I didn't get the vaccine thing here. Alright. Also, I didn't... Favorite game in the series so far? No, you have to kill him with the within the 5 minutes. He's not bad for Leon. Okay. My favorite game in the series so far. I haven't played 9 yet, but I hear 9 is very good. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on 4... Either 1 remake or 4 remake. Which I know feels like kind of a cop-out, because, you know, 4 remake is... Like... 4 remakes... got its things that it's different from the original on. But the reason why I like 4 remake a lot is that not only is it just a fun action survival horror, but... I also happen to really like that they don't have the QuickTime events in that. Like, not for nothing, but let's face it, the QuickTime events in the original Resident Evil 4 kind of hampered my enjoyment of that game a little bit. Like, more than Ashley did, frankly. Like, you want to talk about things that people should have made top 10s on for things in Resident Evil 4 to not like. It should have been the fucking QuickTime events. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 Remake, I would say, because I really enjoy how just perfectly that game can blend its survival and its horror together. And then Resident Evil 1 Remake, because that feels like a really good survival horror game that has enough modern flares to it that really makes it a nice streamlined experience for people. Remake or solid picks? Yeah. I haven't played Original 3 or the 3 Remake, but considering all I've heard regarding the 3 Remake, maybe it'd be better that I skip that one, because while the Jill stuff, from what I hear, is cool, apparently there's just some design decisions that aren't that good, and the engine apparently can't handle that game very well because of some of the group sequences that happen. The OG4 is my least due to QTEs. Yeah, like, the problem is like, the QTEs are so immediate and rapid, you know? Like, believe it or not, I have the PC version of Resident Evil 4, and I tried to play it with keyboard and mouse, and that was actually a pretty fun way to play it, but there were genuinely some QuickTime events involving the space bar, but for some reason, I was not able to get it on the space bar on the keyboard and mouse any faster than I could with a controller. Press X. Yeah, exactly. Like, I just... you know, had my problems with the QuickTime events because I would want to see a regular knife fight between Leon and Krauser, but we didn't get that in the original. We just got a QuickTime event boss fight, in quotes, and that kind of killed my enjoyment of it. You dead? Okay, yeah, you're dead. I'm just gonna evade you. Like, that's the reason why I also want to play Bayonetta 2 and would probably end up finding more enjoyment in that versus Bayonetta 1, because as fun as Bayonetta 1 is, that also had cutscene and or battle transition QuickTime events that made you have to restart the whole mission if you weren't fast enough for it, and I'm like, god damn it! Like, come on! So yeah, not gonna, like, as fun as Original 4 is, I like 4 Remake more because it just doesn't have that shit at all. Also, you know what? I'm gonna save here. I want to save here because I don't want to have to do this all over again. And 7's good, but 7 kind of loses the replay value because that game's very much on the more linear scale of like, ooh, what's the mystery behind Evelyn and the mold and Jack bursting through walls Kool-Aid Man style. And the just kind of general design of that game does not feel like it's meant to have a lot of replay value. Whereas 4 feels very replayable because the gameplay loop is so fun, and, you know, you have a whole bunch of modes and stuff to unlock, and as far as I know, Resident Evil 7 doesn't have that. I don't know about Village. Don't ask me about Village as far as any extras that you get with that. Actually, you know what would be a... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I know Mercenaries mode is a thing in Resident Evil Village. What characters were playable in that? Because I know Ethan is, because he's the game's protagonist. But were the other bosses available as playable characters in that? Because I think that could get people to play the game more. Imagine them getting to play as Lady D. There we go. All right. Let's go. But as I've also said, if Resident Evil wants to continue on the trajectory it is, I think it's time to either... I think it's time you bring back other characters besides Chris and Leon. Like, having a Jill Valentine game after so many years, I think would be making people pop the fuck off. Like, imagine a older lady, like an older Jill game where she just gets a badass sequence like Leon does. Like, imagine the Leon treatment, but for Jill Valentine. People would nut their jorts. Genuinely. You know what? I'm gonna save again so I don't have to go through that. Because, like, when was the last time Jill was playable even in a Resident Evil game? Was that in 6 or was it in, like, Revelations? Oh, although if I were to be honest, if there's anything I'd want Capcom to do for any kind of, like, other releases they could do to really get people on their side, maybe release some of their older games in collections of some kind. They have been putting out the Breath of Fire. They did put out Breath of Fire 4 on Steam, which was a very intriguing notion. I would like to try that at some point. But it baffles the mind that they still have not done a Mega Man Legends Legacy Collection. They've done one for Battle Network and Star Force and, you know, X and Original, but they have not done... But they, for some reason, have not done Legends, even though Legends has its own pretty dedicated and loving following. It's really strange to me that they haven't done that yet. And that could gauge interest to maybe get Mega Man Legends 3 up and running. Because I know that was definitely one of the big Capcom betrayals that people felt with, you know, Legends 3 getting on the 3DS getting canceled. Equip that, and we're gonna equip that. There we are. Just something to top us off. Because, like, something, as much as I don't trust Konami with a lot of things, I will compliment the Castlevania collections by letting them be able to, oh shit. By virtue of people now getting to play a lot of these classic adventure games more readily now. And, you know, nowadays people can play literally all of the Metroidvania entries from Circle of the Moon to Order of Ecclesia. Your experience may vary on some of those games, but them being available now is pretty goddamn huge. Now, if only they could do that for the PS2 games, or the N64 ones as well, you know, just to really round out everything, because... Oh, and also to maybe, you know, put Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood collection on PC and other consoles, you know, just as a treat for us, the gamers, that really want to play Symphony of the Night on other things than PlayStation. Like, I have it on PlayStation, and I love playing Symphony of the Night, but, you know, it'd be nice to have it on other stuff for other people that don't want to shell out the money for a PlayStation. More people should get to see Pretty Man Alucard.
5 minutes until detonation.
Okay. Let's try this again. You know, in retrospect, maybe I should have grabbed the submachine gun. Alright, how's my health? Oh, I'm good. And now I'm not good. Get the fuck down! Is he stuck? You're not stuck. Not stuck. Not stuck. Holy shit, you jump. Okay. Get. Oh my god. Can I move, please? Oh my god. There we go. Second try. Okay. Wrong direction. Come on, Will. Please don't have any zombies pop up here. Oh, all right. Cool.
Oh no!
Hurry!
Getting him stuck on top is the quickest way to kill him. Sadly, he can get you up there as well. Ah.
Stay down. Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
Claire, what's happening?
Not now. Come on, Sherry, wake up. Wake up.
Come on.
Please wake up.
Let the 5G signals work their magic.
Claire?
5G signals?
It worked.
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
Thanks, Claire.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Yeah. Wake up, Sherry. We need you in Resident Evil 6.
It will always be with you,
Claire.
Sherry.
All right. Well, that was Claire A. Pretty memorable sequences there, for the most part. A lot of differences that I noticed in that versus her B scenario. Overall, good time there. If I don't save Sherry, does that mean RE6 didn't happen? That's a timeline I'm not sure if we should ever invoke. Although, wait. I don't know, maybe it could be a weird butterfly effect thing of like, if Sherry doesn't make it out of Raccoon City for Resident Evil 6, does that mean, like, by some weird timey-wimey bullshit, we could get the Choco Taco back? Please? Please. Ever since I talked about it on stream, I've been craving it so badly. Man. It hurts so bad that like, I just had a brain moment today of missing it so severely. And just not many ice cream products have filled that void. I've been having some fantastic ice cream, just not much has filled that same void that the Choco Taco left. Tony's Chocolate came close, though. Tony's Chocolate's a good substitute on that. Oh, if that gets me a Choco Taco, I'll blow Sherry's. I'm gonna delete that. Sorry, Sprays, that's a bit too far. But I get that. Yeah, like, in particular, just would miss the Choco Taco. I've missed the Choco Taco for like 4 years now, and I feel like we could hold candle vigils. Yeah, I did read it back. I think I should have typed it. Yeah, all good, man. Just I'm good with some levels of humor, but that's too far. But yeah, the general thing about the Choco Taco is that when we approach that 5-year mark, it's just gonna feel like even worse, you know? But again, there have been some good sweets that acted as a substitute for me. Actually, what I do as a sweet treat, that's on a relatively more healthy scale, is that I do Greek yogurt with raspberries or other kinds of berries with some honey and granola as like a cereal substitute as well. Just, you know, to do something a little different, to break it up, break up the sameness of things. And plus, Greek yogurt with berries is just an excellent treat to have. All right. And that is Claire on her motorcycle with Sherry. Yep, figured I'd get a bad ranking. I'm guessing, like, to get, like, the higher rankings, you have to be in, like, the single digits of your saves, of the amount of saves you've got. But yeah, with that is it for Claire A. So the next time that I play this is going to be starting Leon B. So that'll be something. Which, you know, we'll start another time. Because as I said, right now I've got kind of a headache, and I think it'd be a better idea to start Leon B on a fresh stream as opposed to when I'm tired, overheated, and just tired in general. So yeah. A is 3 saves, no first aid sprays in 2 hours. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's going to be everything for today. So, thanks for joining me, everybody. For VOD watchers on YouTube, if you want to see when I'm live next, be sure to check out my Twitch over on twitch.tv. I'm usually live at 7 p.m. CST for American CST. I don't know how that translates to the rest of the world, but for East Coast, it's 8 p.m. EST, and then for West Coast, that's 5 p.m. PST. So it's that. I usually announce when I'm live over on Blue Sky, so follow me there to see when I'm live next. And yeah, so YouTube people, stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, be good out there, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.